Yeah. Scorpio season in the... Okay. Scorpio season in the... Yeah.
What? Yeah.
Yeah.
How y'all doing, people?
It's Scorpio season. Understand what it is.
And it ain't never gonna stop until 20 more days.
Yeah. But we're gonna enjoy it for those 20 days.
How y'all doing out there?
We are back at it again. Guess what day it is? It's my boy's birthday.
Shout it out.
Guess whose birthday was yesterday? You already know.
And I had a heck of I'm talking about hell of a birthday.
I have not had that yet, but I will this weekend. So I will.
Let me get in here a little bit.
I had to do some work. I had to handle some business real quick.
Had to handle some business.
Yes, I had to handle some business.
Well, let me talk about my birthday. My birthday was extraordinary. And the thing about it was, I was with my people. I was with my family. I was with my lady. And we just had a hell of a birthday, man. Yeah. Everybody, well, I don't know if everybody knows, but I don't really like to get gifts. But I do like when people who love me decide to do something thoughtful for me. And somebody that loves me bought me a gift. It was real special because I kind of got an infatuation with watches.
You do.
And she really knows that. So she bought me one of the dopest watches I've seen. So shout out to you. I really appreciate it. And just shout out for my birthday. We had fried shrimp everywhere. We had a smorgasbord of fried shrimp, sauteed shrimp, garlic shrimp. We had every type of shrimp there is, but double cup shrimp, everything. But shout out, man. I really appreciate it.
Appreciate all the love and support. My Facebook, my phone, all of my social media pages have been blowing up about the love and support. I appreciate every single one of those recommendations. I appreciate everybody shouting me out. Nothing but love.
Speaking of that, shout out to Keisha Hudson. She said, "Hey, happy birthday, appreciate it."
Thank you, Keisha. We appreciate that love. I also appreciate all the bros who said happy birthday in their own very special, unique way. Appreciate that.
Because we don't know how to show love. You know what I'm saying?
We don't know how to show love unless it's the most vulgar manner imaginable. Apparently.
Happy birthday. You about to die one day soon.
Okay.
What's about?
Well, you got told you was going to die one day soon. I got called all out my name. Still got happy birthday. I was like, okay. I bother you that bad? Whatever.
I appreciate
I was like, okay.
the gesture. But
I got called the old hope, and I was like, okay. I said,
don't wish me a happy birthday.
okay.
I don't know if I appreciate this or you just hurt my feelings at this point.
Well, you know, somebody always got to beat a little jab, I guess.
But people, we got about, let's say, a minute, 45 seconds, somewhere in between there. And then we are going, and you know what we're talking about, but if you don't know, just stick in tune. We're going to show you.
Talk about us.
The Rat Race, brought to you by, we do not own the rights to this music.
Remember?
Remember?
Our resident DJ's in the wind again, so that's the reason why. Shout out to Tia. Oh, thank you, Tia. Shout out to you, Tia. I appreciate it. Oh man, it's been a day.
Yes, it is.
Ugh. Handling business, cleaning up old messes. Sometimes you gotta walk into the new age where you gotta do something different. I need a suit.
Well, you know this is our 52-day cycle.
Is it?
Yeah, so this is the beginning of the 52 days where we're supposed to do the most. Anything that we had to do, any future endeavor we had to do, this is the 52 days that we need to get it done.
Well, that's what we done. I already started. Subliminally didn't even know that, and I already started.
Set up.
We're about set up. Let's do mic check. Oh shit. Let's go. Mic check 1 2 1 2. Mic check 1 2 1 2.
Mic check 1 2 1 2. Mic check 1 2 1 2.
I want to turn the water down a little bit. Okay. Try one more time. Mic check 1 2 1 2. Mic check 1 2 1 2.
Mic check 1 2 1 2. Mic check 1 2 1 2.
Mic check 1 2 1 2. Mic check 1 2 1 2.
Mic check 1 2 1 2. Mic check 1 2 1 2.
All right. We'll give him a second. Let me turn this do not disturb on real quick. Mr. Bridges, if you be so kind as to count us down.
What you say?
I said count us down.
What?
I said count us down.
You said what?
I said to count us down. And we going in
10.
There you go. You can't do that.
9. Oh. I said 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1.
Welcome everyone to another episode of the Brothers Podcast. Give a round of applause for yourselves. Because in a world full of haters who can only be greater, it is your boy, once again, Steven City P. Watson, along with my partner in crime.
Dante Chase Bridges, a.k.a. Dante Chase Bridges, never needed an a.k.a.
I thought you was the voice of Chicago, though.
But now I'm Dante Chase Bridges.
You reverted back. All right.
Because I am who I am.
And together that would make us
The brother.
We are here again. It's time again. Let me just remind you what is going on today. It is a very special, epic day because it is your boy Steven C. P. Watson's birthday. Yes! I made another year without having to choke somebody. I made it another year without going to jail.
Yesterday it was my birthday.
It was your birthday.
A Halloween baby.
You were a Halloween baby.
Real good birthday.
You didn't get your car egged this year.
No, I didn't.
You didn't get your house TP'd at all.
No, I didn't.
You didn't throw no candy at no kids. You didn't have to choke no kids out.
Let's just
You did good this
year.
You did good this year. But here we are
Trick-or-treating
again.
incident.
Like I said, as you can tell, 2 cold Scorpios are in the building. And if you want to know more about us, now today is your day. But first, let's get into something what we call Town Hall Business. Mr. Bridges, break them off for a little something right now.
First of all, I got to shout out to all of our affiliates. Shout out to Sing Chicago. That's Sing Chicago. Shout out to UBM or Urban Broadcast Media for plugging a couple of brothers that's just trying to do their thing.
For real, that's all we try to do.
Shout out to y'all.
Shout out to all of y'all.
City P, you got somebody you want to shout out?
Shout out to our like I said, our residential DJ JMC, who's not in the building this time. He's out there handling his business. He has a gig coming up tomorrow. We will be sure to make sure he plugs that information on the brothers page so you can find out what he's up to. He's got a gig tomorrow. He's DJing. Be sure to check him out. Also, shout out to our residential #1 fan, Keisha Hudson, who's tuning in every week with us. We appreciate you showing up. We also want to shout out every fellow Scorpio out there representing, because it's Scorpio season right now.
To Breezy.
Breezy just tuning in.
Because we got another Scorpio in the building.
Yes.
Oh, I got to give some shout outs.
What's up?
Man. Because I don't think they know that we doing some big things here.
What do you do?
Shout out to iHeartRadio. We just got picked up by iHeartRadio. Give me a hand for that.
Yes.
Shout out to WIAN Radio in Memphis, Tennessee.
Tennessee.
We just got picked up by there.
Yes, we did.
Shout out to iTunes. Shout out to Spotify. Shout out to Anchor. Shout out to F&AM. Shout out to UBM again. Shout out to Real Talk with Dante Chase Bridges Tuesdays 3 to 4, featuring me, Dante Chase Bridges, and my boy, Steven City P.
And also again, shout out to the other co-host, the lovely Miss Kim Brio. Without her, a lot of this stuff wouldn't even be popping right now for us if it wasn't for her. But she's been riding with us. We've just only known her we only known her for a short period of time.
Be like
she's
that
been rocking with us. Shout out to you, Kim, wherever you at. Tune in, girl. We looking for you. We want you to show up. All right. On that note, you got anything else?
I think I'm about done. What's up with you?
I think we're about running out of those town hall business. So let's jump right into this topic. As you already know, it is our birthdays. We are Scorpios. Last week we had a little taste of what we got to offer. But we about to dig in.
Because I think we had a lot of sides. But it's time to get into some steaks, some chicken.
It's the main course time.
Some hot roast.
So, Mr. Bridges,
what's going on?
You are the residential Zodiac expert, so I need you So break down to the people real quick. I want to ask a question, but I'm going to chime in too. Ask
All
a
right,
question.
we'll go on ahead with it.
We're Scorpios, right?
I think so.
We are.
Because my birthday just happened. Your
Yeah, no,
birthday
I
just-
mean, we're that, but I think we're in that time frame of being Scorpios. So, I would have to ask the question of, what do you think about our futures, our careers? If you say you could pick out a Scorpio's career path, just based off their sun sign,
Right.
what would you think would be the perfect career path?
I think a Scorpio needs to join either the FBI, an investigator for Chicago Police Department, an investigator for CIA, an investigator for an co-op operation, maybe somewhere where he's a private investigator, maybe somewhere where he sits in a library and just researches all of the things that nobody
Wait,
knows.
hold on.
What's the problem? What's the problem?
If I know any better, I think you're trying to look into the truth-seeking part of being a Scorpio.
This nigga knows segues, no?
Ah.
Yes, that's because the Scorpio is the biggest truth seekers in the zodiac sign. We live for truth seeking. We live to find out the dirt, whether it's in the career or if that lady might be doing something on the side. The one thing that drives us crazy when we can't find out the truth. So a Scorpio, if you're ever thinking about a career, get into something where you can unearth some things that nobody want to touch. I know me personally, that's why I know a lot of information.
So that would make something
I
interesting.
can't stop digging.
So that would make something interesting because there's fellas, if you ever got a woman, if you know you've been doing dirt behind your woman back,
James Keller said you goddamn right.
you understand.
know what we talking about,
You understand.
Scorpio.
So here's the thing. Now, if you've been dating a woman, this man kind of makes a point because when you dating a woman and you've been doing dirt behind her, you know you've been doing dirt behind her, but you've been keeping it real cool, calm, and loaded below the belt, and you've been real quiet about it. If you ever notice her evaluating something, searching something, looking for something, finding clues, looking under the tables and bed mattresses and in the kitchen somewhere, looking up hairs and strands.
Something ain't right.
Something ain't right. If you see the one piece of loaf of bread shipped over to the side and all something was like, this ain't the type of bread you usually don't for, you over there eating the middle sliced bread and you over here picking up the end, what the hell is that?
Something right.
Your girl might be a Scorpio, but she is trying to find out the truth.
Yes.
And she know you've been doing something.
Yes.
So because that means she got some Scorpio.
Because the one thing you can't do with a Scorpio is try to hide the truth from them. I know you might think, man, I got this game on lock. Man, I'm the biggest player out here, man. I can keep them coming, I can keep them going. But see, the thing about it is, it's one thing to say the truth with your mouth, but it's another thing to pick up the truth with the vibes you give, the energy you give. Because sometimes your body language can say more than your mouth can ever say. And that's what a Scorpio gonna pick it up with. And then you're talking about sisters. We all know our sisters is highly intuitive. Got that ESP, that clairvoyance, almost that psychic ability going on with them.
And they are twice as worse as we are.
Oh my God.
They
So
are twice worse.
you put that on with being a Scorpio? Man, don't lie to no Scorpio woman, man. She's just gonna look you in your eyes and know what's going on. Try me if you want to.
I swear, because you know the thing is
Try the game if you want to.
Have you ever been a Scorpio and tried to date another Scorpio? Have you?
Oh God.
Have you?
Oh.
Do you understand how much collusion
God.
and manipulation and just
Oh,
combativeness will occur? It's like having it's like when the world collapsed. Cause God forbid, y'all both will never be able to trust each other fully.
Trust.
Ain't no such thing as trust if you're two Scorpios dating.
Because both y'all just sitting there looking at each other like I know.
Like I know you did something.
I know you doing something, but I know you doing something. But yeah, you doing something too. But hey, I know what you doing though. Oh man, I got so many stories. But let's just start with one.
Go ahead.
Man, I would say, you know, when we in high school. Let me ask y'all: do high school relationships count? Kind of, yes.
Yeah, I'm not counting.
Okay, I'm gonna skip through that one. So I'm gonna say my first college relationship, because you home away from home, you think you grown, and you're in the dorms and stuff. So my first real relationship was with a Scorpio girl. Oh my God. if this wasn't the most emotional roller coaster relationship. I'm sitting there with a bottle of Jack Daniels. I'm 18. I got Jack Daniels.
How you even acquire Jack Daniels this early in your age?
A whole lot of begging, a whole lot of sitting outside of liquor stores. You know how we used to do.
I used to rob the college cafeteria. So.
Oh, we used to do that too. But getting back to the subject,
man.
I had this man. She was so. The thing about the Scorpio is, it's not. We're not emotional like the crying, wanna bash you, wanna holler, scream, and shout. We're emotional in the sense of if you do something wrong to us, we're going to find a way to manipulate you, or we're going to find a way to destroy your life. And trust me, this girl had every single quality you can think about with a Scorpio. I'm talking about the bad stuff and that other. Oh, listen to the smooth sounds of Smino.
Because Scorpio, shout out to him.
So what I would say, even though you might feel that you're compatible with your ace boom coon main squeeze, that might be a Scorpio, but you gotta understand, everything that glitter ain't gold. Just because y'all can get together on an emotional level, if you're with a Scorpio, you think y'all really gonna build a life together? Somebody gotta be the voice of reason.
Oh, but you know what? You just definitely segued into some part. We was just talking about career goals. But since you segued into that, I think that's the real meat and potatoes that everybody needs to know about Scorpio, especially Scorpio men or maybe even Scorpio women, some of this. Because I think we need to know who the hell can sort of harness that Scorpio man. In other words, who's our type? What do we like to think?
Oh man, see, this is where it gets a little tricky.
It's going to get real tricky.
Because we are really attracted to emotions. So, off back, water signs are the emotional ones of the zodiac. Your Scorpio sign, but I told you about that. That can get toxic. Your Cancer and your Pisces, all compatible. Y'all can go together, y'all can vibe, y'all can feel like y'all about to take over the world together. But that ain't it.
Because you know, water, too much water can cause a flood.
Too much water, tsunami, man.
Right.
Hurricane Katrina, Hurricane Harvey. That's your relationship.
Love like overflowing toilet.
You just want to be.
Look, I gotta bring it down to earth.
I ain't cool.
The bathtub gets overflowing and like, it's too much Scorpio in this tub. Jesus.
I couldn't say that better, man.
There you
A Scorpio relationship is like an overflowing toilet.
Yeah. There's a whole bunch of
Somebody get all this shit in here,
Shit in
man. It's too
so much shit in this toilet.
Yes.
It's overflowing. Oh, it's two Scorpios in it. That's why. That's it.
So even though it might sound good, it might feel good being with a Cancer as a Scorpio, being with a Pisces as a Scorpio, the best thing for an emotional, ambitious dude that's always just got a drive on the inside, because we actually introvert Scorpios. We're actually introverts. The best thing for them is them earth signs.
Here's the question. Here's the thing I always tell people all the time, because you know, when you look at you have to group these zodiacs from their elemental balance. You got earth, fire, water, air.
Right.
If you think about it in the higher scope of things, in a basic layman's terms, something feeds something. So if you're feeding something, if you know the elemental you're feeding something, that means that's something you're more compatible with.
Right.
Since we're water signs, we tend to feed earth signs.
What's under water? Like an ocean. What's under ocean?
Earth.
Exactly.
Fire is being fed by what?
Air.
So in our case, we feed earth signs. So we would need an earth sign. So what would be more interesting than what the earth sign is? I think people would like to know what earth sign we feed.
If you are a Scorpio, since we're talking about the tale of two cold Scorpios, the best earth sign you can get with is that Taurus, if you're a Scorpio. Now, why? Because that's just the rules, people. I didn't make it up.
Look up the Moorish Constitution.
Zodiac Constitution.
Zodiac Constitution by the Moors.
Go even further than that. It's just the way it is. We complement each other.
But here's the thing, though. Now, we're saying Tauruses, but that's not necessity. It's not necessarily mean. I don't know how to say necessarily.
I don't even know what you say.
I don't even know how to say necessarily apparently right about now. Okay, it's been a long day. I'm enjoying my birthday apparently. Even though I'm not doing much, I'm still enjoying it. But not necessarily does a Taurus, just because you're a Taurus means we're going to be linking like that. Like, for what I read, that a Taurus and Scorpio are the most compatible of signs. Like, we're the kindling of souls.
Right.
However, from experiences that I think we both have learned,
yes,
that just because you're a Taurus doesn't mean it's always going to work. And why is that? Because you think Taurus have that locked down.
Because you gotta realize sun signs are just one little freaky rinky dinky aspect of this whole zodiac game. You got a whole nother combination. You got 8 other planets, you got 12 other houses. And even though she might be a Taurus and you might be a Scorpio, maybe she's an Aries moon. Ooh. That's gonna conflict with your Scorpio sign. Because we are inwardly emotional. I'm not gonna show it too much, but I got a drive that is And then let's see if you get with another Aries. Oh my God. So even though that's a Taurus, if she's an Aries moon, her emotions is going to kill you. It's going to drive you crazy. So you got to look out for it. Everything ain't glitter and gold. And you can't judge a book by its cover.
Oh, hold on.
You got to go a little more.
Katrina just child. Oh, how dare you? She says she makes me so happy that she's a Libra. I am not compatible with either of you.
You are absolutely 100 positive.
Yeah, you know what? You're right. But how dare you anyway?
But let me tell you why that might be a tad bit off. We only go surface deep with the zodiac sometimes when we talk about it, like newspaper horoscopes. Right. But even though you're a Libra sun, if you meet a man that's a Mars and Libra, then that man might go compatible with you. Right. Because what you need is a man that compliments you. And it's much more to this zodiac than your sun sign, people.
Like, you gotta understand there's your moon, your Mars, your Saturn, your Jupiter,
your Mercury, your Uranus, your Neptune, house number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I'm saying my bank account. Hey, it's in my bank account.
Okay, we went to a whole rap song. Right. But the point we're trying to make is there's levels to this
Yes, it is.
And you may not, and you only stumbling on level number 1, and you haven't even got started digging.
You might meet a man, a Mars and Libra, and he might sweep you off your feet, although he's a Scorpio. So you gotta be careful. That's why you need to talk to somebody like me. Dante Chase Bridges of Chase Shear's Zodiac Health and Wellness. I am a relationship Zodiac expert, and I will help you with all your relationship and emotional endeavors.
You notice how we get really good with the shameless plugs.
It is becoming natural.
It's shameless plugs.
Is this what happens?
It's shameless plugs, just like the 100 by City P.
Man,
you will know what that is real soon.
You just gotta understand, man. It's all about the heart. And speaking of heart, shout out to iHeartRadio who just picked us up.
No shameless plug. Oh, we on the big side, so don't forget we're on WIAN in Memphis, Tennessee.
In Memphis, Tennessee.
And not to mention the Apple, Google, and Spotify. But nonetheless, said. So she's a Libra. Just give Katrina an example because she's sitting right here because she's a Libra and you know she thinks we're not compatible with us. But just because you're a Libra, Katrina, doesn't mean you wouldn't be that much compatible with us. So, she says happy birthday to us too. Thank you. We appreciate you.
Miss you too. Ain't seen you in 17 years.
I know, right? It's like a half a decade.
Yeah. Come around.
Okay, so let's give an example. All right, fine. Since we can't use any example, if you could say Katrina's a Libra, if she were to interact with a Scorpio, what kind of Scorpio subsign would you choose?
Let me hear that one more good.
Since Katrina's a Libra,
right,
and say she does end up saying dating or interacting with a Scorpio, and obviously you know that we're not compatible off that,
right?
What kind of moon or Saturn or Mars would that we need to kind of balance that out? Just say for an example.
Right. So if Katrina being a Libra and she dated somebody that was a Scorpio,
right,
in order for it to really work, you would have to bypass some sun signs and go straight to your moon sign. Mm-hmm. Now, if you are a Libra and Sun, you're going to need a moon in something like an Aries. You want to know why?
Why?
Because Aries is the Libra soulmate. Libras believe in we. Actually, Libras is the zodiac sign of relationships, of union. If you got any type of Libra in some part of your zodiac charts about relationships, that means that you're prone to always want to be in a relationship. So you're going to need to counter that with an Aries that wants me. The Aries is going to show you about me, and that Libra is going to show you about we. So that's what you're going to need. So it does work on a getting into the guts of the situation, but you got to be cautious because we are so inward that Libra, we're going to drive them crazy. Y'all going to want to be all out on the town, going to different type of functions, and sometimes a Scorpio just don't want to do that because we are introverts by nature.
Yeah. We like staying inside mostly than we are like going outside. Because trust me, it takes us a lot to want to get outside.
Oh my God, I got a battery. Like, how I heard somebody say this, and I truly believe in this. It was a comedian named Jeff Brown that said this. He said, I only have several amounts of fucks to give at a situation. And that is absolutely true. I can only focus on so many things. And maybe your little function is something I just can't focus on at that point. I know a lot of times because I get called aloof all the time. Why you don't pick up the phone? Why you not here? Why you didn't show up to this event? Oh, you not talking to nobody? No, it's because my battery, I gotta charge I got a battery pack and I gotta charge my batteries.
You want to be in your own zone so badly, like you don't even want to be bothered with nobody.
Yes.
It just happens to me naturally, but then sometimes you see like I can be. See, the thing is about me is I have no problem being an introvert, but I also can be very social when the right opportunity presents itself.
Right. That's because you gotta. It's a little bit more to that though.
What does that mean?
You got a couple of signs that's making you be able to go out in the club and get your party on.
What is that?
You got that Pisces ascendant.
Because I do have a bit of a warming approach.
Right.
Got that warming approach. Well, you know what? Since, this is a tale of two cold Scorpios. You and brothers who I don't know how long. We are the brothers.
Right.
If I have an opportunity right now, since it is my birthday, I want you to do me a favor and bless me with a birthday present right here, right now. I'm not asking for money. I want you to explain to everybody out here right now, since you know me so well, what exactly the kind of Scorpio I am and what would it take for you to interact with me.
Steve is a horrible Scorpio. First
What?
of all, okay, he's the type of Scorpio.
What?
You put him in a situation, all back his feet gonna stink. His feet
My
just
feet
gonna
don't
start
stink. I shower regularly.
All right.
Every day.
But I digress. What type of Scorpio are you?
Yes.
Okay. Steve would be considered more of a sociable Scorpio. The reason why that is because he has an ascendant sign of Pisces. And that is a very caring, kind of nurturing when you see him out. It's like, hey, I want to have a surface level conversation with you. That's what Pisces do. They're able to interact like that. It's a warming approach. But on the inside, all Scorpios are the same. So he's the type of Scorpio that you wouldn't say he's dark. You wouldn't say he's mean. You wouldn't say he's like, oh my God, he's into himself and he's a terrible human being. Anything like that. But on the inside, if you piss him off, he turns into what we call you all the time, Steve.
An asshole.
Yes. But we got to go through that shell first. So he would be considered a personable type of Scorpio. Got a question for you since it was my birthday yesterday.
What is that?
What type of Scorpio would I be considered?
Man, shit. Your type of Scorpio is all over the place. Doing everything. Man, you've had 1,001 career paths. You have the level of aloofness in you. You have... I'm sensing Gemini in you.
Yes.
I'm sensing some Gemini in you. Is that the moon?
That's my moon.
Yeah, I'm getting good at this. Yeah. You are a Gemini moon. You are really all over the place with a lot of things. You tend, like I know you going to medical school. I've known you decided to take up music. You play the trumpet.
I do. I play the saxophone.
Play saxophone. Okay. So you had taken up music at one point. You played the music.
No, I played the saxophone. I just played the saxophone.
Just played the saxophone.
Yeah, I played the saxophone.
Okay. I've known you to be health and wellness. You're doing Zodiac right now. We're doing broadcast media. You have gone to flipping houses. You did real estate. Like you got like 1,001 things, and it's like hard to keep track of because I'm afraid like next year 2019 gonna come in, you're gonna find something else to jump into and be like, what the hell are you doing now? But it's like, hey, it's what I'm rolling with right now. It's what I do. So you are definitely a Gemini because you can't stay in one thing for long. You have to jump to the next.
No, that Gemini spirit gotta keep me going, keep me moving. Because with that Gemini moon, I tend to get bored easily. So what I had to learn to do is I can't just stay on one linear track. Like I couldn't just be one particular profession. I gotta be like 3 or 4 at a time. So you might see me, you might be like, don't you write articles? Ain't you a journalist? Yeah.
All right, Breezy wants to know now. Look, he said, what about the bros? What kind of Scorpio am I? Now, Breezy wants to know what kind of Scorpio he is.
Breezy, you know what the first thing you have to do, man? You gotta give me some information, man, so I can actually look at it. But I will tell you one thing. Breezy is one of the nicest guys you would ever meet in your life.
Bullshit.
He is so nice, but under that, there is just a brewing serial killer vibe under that.
It is.
Pick that up sometimes.
Like you just saw it. Look, he sound like I would kill you.
Oh, you don't.
Oh, you
Don't cross me.
Oh, Mark Stanley, I'm a proud brother after the whole shit.
Matter of fact, I don't know nobody that when they first meet Breezy be like, hey man, that's a cool guy, man. Breezy always got a smile on his face. I never seen Breezy actually like have the affect of being mad or angry like he's gonna hurt somebody. But there's this energy under that. I swear I can just oh, you wanna hurt somebody, don't you? Yeah. Yeah,
you look like he's know him, so he's big enough to try to do like
yeah.
He's like Bane off of Batman. Like he's just smiley face, but he might break your back and make him mad. He's that big.
Yeah, I really don't like you, man. But
if he says with a smile on his face, he say he don't like you. He's be like, ooh, it might want me to look concerned.
Yeah, just please. The brother is 6'3", about 280.
Right.
Smiling, but he has
Like, look, we know him well, and we might tell him Breezy to shut up all the time, but we probably would not want to like engage him directly.
Yeah, Captain Stabby.
Right, Captain Stabby. He knows Captain Stabby. I can't engage him directly because he's too. I ain't got time for you, Breezy. That's all I say. I ain't got time to be trying to fight you.
So basically, what we saying is, man, just because you a Scorpio, he said, I ain't got time to fight you, Breezy.
I ain't got time. Listen, you too big for that.
Yeah, this one-on-one, you don't like it.
Right. I'm just like, all right. Hey, look, I got a gun. All right, I'm gonna shoot you.
I know you for 10 years.
I'm sorry, but you're not gonna beat me down, Breezy.
It's not gonna happen this time.
Breezy, I love you, bro, but you're not gonna beat me down.
It's not gonna happen like this.
No, it's not. Y'all know what you're capable of. You might get shot. Yeah. I'm sorry to let you know. Stay cool. We gonna be cool. We bros.
Keep smiling.
Keep smiling. Threaten me one time.
And that's the reason why Scorpios come in so many packages, man, because it's just a sun sign, people. You got so many combinations of these signs, man, you can end up with whatever. Now, I got a question for you, man.
What's up?
Dealing with the Scorpio person, and if they have a ascendant sign, like yours, Pisces, tell me what and why, because we say you can't judge a book by its cover with Scorpio. What would make a Scorpio seem different with its different ascendant signs, right?
What would seem different? Right. I would think that would deal with more of the Mars sign.
Yeah, a little bit.
A little bit of Mars sign?
A little bit.
Okay. So, what makes me different would probably be my emotions. I can't say emotions, can we? Would emotions be like? I'm still new to this. I'm still kind of learning. I'm trying to learn. Like I got almost the first 2 points down.
You know that scene in the movie where like who did that? Somebody did that in the movie. Like a bomb was about to go off in the lab.
That was annoying as hell what you just did.
Yeah, but nobody didn't pick up like that. Okay. All right.
Oh, for the record, yes, I went bald, ladies and gentlemen. I went
at
bald.
him.
I'm bald as hell. I didn't go bald.
Bald brothers, you know.
Bald. We got this. Yeah, bald as hell. See, no hair. Look, sometimes you just make a decision.
And guess what? I ain't been sexy in my damn life.
You ain't been, or you have been?
No, meaning that because I am bald, I'm still sexy. That's all I'm saying. So for all you bald brothers out there, know that what's your problem?
You know what's different? Because I always noticed that I had hair, and then now all of a sudden you don't have hair. It's like a complete cultural change.
Oh yeah, you're gonna get looked at differently. People gonna think that you the boss of shit. You gonna be like, oh okay, can I get a job application? No, I don't work there. They just gonna be trying to just be in. They just gonna think you the manager for some reason.
I'm just thinking like my hair.
It's a level of distinction when you got a bald head.
I don't know, man. It's like
You know it. You better believe it.
it's so weird.
Yeah, you better believe it.
It really feels weird. Like, it's like this is like literally less than the first week of ever going bald. It's kind of,
It takes some time getting used to.
I know. I went outside. It's cold.
Speaking of the Scorpio something, you know one of the biggest things that can happen with a Scorpio in a relationship?
What's up?
They can get real vengeful.
Yo.
Super vengeful.
Oh.
Like, if you do a Scorpio wrong in a relationship, they can tend to even try to sabotage you. They can tend to try to say things to sabotage you.
Be quiet. You tell them too much about business, man. Why are you telling them too much about business? That's something they don't need to know about, because if we have ways, they will never see it coming, though, anyway. But that's the thing, though. But don't tell them that, man. They gonna never want to be near us.
Yeah.
That's not cool.
It could be super sad.
It be sad, but we will weave into the cracks to find a way to get back at you. But don't tell them our business like that.
I digress. Damn,
man, that was like telling too much information. I still got people I got to manipulate.
Well, you still do, but
well, we all do. That's what Scorpio.
You're more than likely to get your ass whipped at this point because you told them. So I don't know.
I mean, like, it's nobody watching right now, obviously.
Oh shoot.
Well, maybe one person.
Listen, man, just what I want to know.
What?
Now we talked about career.
What?
We talked about relationships.
Mm-hmm.
What else can we talk about with the Scorpio?
What else there left to talk about? I mean, those are the two core main ones.
Let's talk about the top two things that you can do to piss a Scorpio off.
Oh, that's easy. One is lying. Distrust. That's obviously a big red flag, because we are true seekers.
Yes.
If we find of the slightest reason to think we can't trust you, you are on the bad side, like a really bad way. I mean, in a really bad way. We won't trust you. We won't believe the words you're saying, but we want to know the truth. And we're going to dig and dig and dig and dig and dig and dig until we find out that truth. And we're not going to like that we have to do that much digging if you keep it quiet.
Can I have one? I want one.
What do you want?
I want to say, why are you in my business?
Keisha brought it up, asking too many questions.
You know.
Yeah, because we hate questions.
You can't ask me too many questions. Like I said, I gave this example. My mama would be like, hey, what you doing? I'd be like, why you want to know? Because you 10 years old. I'm like, oh, okay, I'm going to Melvin's to play games. That's how deep it goes. Yeah. Listen, nothing personal. But this is the thing. I'm going to give you a tad bit into the Scorpio. We don't trust you with our emotions, because we are, on the inside, very emotional people. So what about if we tell you something or let you in our private life and you just don't like it, or you say something that hurt our feelings and we done let you all the way in? Now we all just emotional, don't know where to go, and we could have avoided it by keeping you out of our personal space.
Mm-hmm.
All Scorpios will attest to this. They will tell you, man, it's not that I got something against you, it's just that, hey,
stay out of my business.
And stay out of my energy, please. I got
like,
my energy.
Because of that, I got a 3-question rule in my mind. Like, you get,
yeah, that's my.
In my mind.
That's my.
You got 3 questions.
And it goes a little something like this. Hey, what's going on, Steve?
What's going on today?
Hey, man, how you doing, man?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Hey, man, did you go to work yesterday?
Yeah, I went to work yesterday.
Hey, man.
Stop!
Okay.
That's it. That's all you need to know.
Mm-hmm.
That's literally how it's supposed to go.
Yes.
Because that needs to go that way with Scorpios. Because once you go past that third third question, you are really about to get so nosy.
Yeah.
And so into our business.
You might have a Scorpio that might be on the nicer side. Maybe they're like a, let's say, what's a happy sign? Let's say an Aquarius ascendant Scorpio. So they might like, but they might not shut you the hell down like I would, because I'm a Capricorn ascendant. I'm going to shut you down. You ask me too many questions. I'm just, I thought I...
Oh, really? Hold on.
Don't ask me
Hold on. Because I knew this was going to happen. And Evil had to bring his little narrow head and start calling us out. He says, y'all hate liars but are secretive. Keisha's co-sign said, yeah, it's a social double standard.
Social double standard. We hate liars but are secretive. I don't get how that's the same thing, because I haven't told a lie if I'm secretive.
I'm not telling you anything.
You don't have to know that where I work.
Right.
But if you tell me you are 25 when you're actually 47, who's lying?
Right.
That, I'm not saying it don't make sense. I'm just saying you might want to revisit that. Just don't.
We don't have to lie. We just don't tell you nothing. That's really what it is. Like, you can't call me a liar if I ain't said nothing to you. That's basically what I'm saying. So
I don't mess with you like that.
Right. So where in the world is this double standard ideology coming from? Like, I don't get that. Like, that's where you're wrong, Evo. Sorry.
It's definitely a difference, because a liar is actually going to open up and say something to you that is not the truth. A Scorpio is not going to say too much to you.
No.
And it has nothing to do with lying. Once again, I kind of already explained this, but I'll go back to it.
Right.
We like to protect our spirit, our emotions, our energy. And the way that we do it is being secretive. Right. Because if we let you in and you mess up our inner circle, which is us, then we might go like this. Now we emotional.
We'll be all over the place, and we don't like to be all over the place. We like to be in as much control of our emotions as possible.
Because the one thing that Scorpio loves is absolute power.
Yes.
So that means every situation he want to be in control of. Whether he's the head CEO of a Fortune 500 company, or he flipping them biscuits at Popeyes.
He gonna flip it like a boss.
And don't touch his biscuits, man. Don't come over there, man. Don't be telling them, all right, man, I think you need to flip. Man, nobody asked you, bro.
So that's a good, interesting point, because he said that because Scorpio has a tendency to want to be in power, they can control, they like to be dominant. So that would mean, as far as the relationship world, they would need somebody that's a little more submissive now, wouldn't they?
Oh man, that's an excellent point. Thank you, sir.
There you go. See?
That's a nice one.
Right.
I wouldn't necessarily say submissive, but what I would say is and a lot of people get mad about this, but sometimes you just need to know your role and stay in your lane. That's a good thing, because if you're a woman, you might stay in your lane, but your lane might be you being a queen. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying? So if you try to become a king, now you're not in the right lane.
So you say we would prefer an equal instead of just that much of a submissive?
We would prefer a partner that knows what place they're in.
So, okay, so I get what you're saying. Right. So just basically stay in your lane, stay in your lane.
Right.
So that's
and that's not always a bad thing. I want people to understand, like, if I was a man, and not to segue too much, I'm just gonna make this point then jump back on. If I was a man and I started to get into a woman's lane, wouldn't you want to tell me to stay in my lane? Like, if you was arguing with all of your friends and I came in there like, all right, that's enough. All y'all need to shut up. Wouldn't you be like, no.
Right.
This ain't your thing.
It's not you.
This ain't for you. Stay in your lane.
Well, see, they can't do that.
Yeah, that's not offensive.
That's not offensive.
So if I was with my guys when we was and you came in like, yeah, y'all need to shut up. Whoa.
Calm down.
Gotta stay in your lane.
Settle down.
You see what I'm saying? So ain't nothing wrong with that. But back to the subject at hand. Affected such a better to understand from a young G's perspective. But before wait, we shouldn't say that.
Okay.
Because we got sponsors. We can't just talk like that.
I want to go to Buffalo Wild Wings soon. But anyway.
Shout out to Buffalo Wild Wings for being one of our sponsors now.
Yeah.
Shout out to Chocolate Soul for being one of our sponsors now.
Oh,
Chocolate Soul. Shout out to Sing Chicago. Shout out to UBN, WINA Radio.
You notice Chocolate Soul sounds really interesting. No wonder that would attract us.
Yes.
Chocolate soul.
Yes.
We like vanilla soul too. Why I got to use it? What are you saying?
Dante had nothing to do with the following comments that were just made on the brother.
Oh, don't you dare try to pull my line on me. I know you're not trying to pull my line.
Dante had nothing to do with the section of the show.
I feel like you've been waiting for 2 days just to get back at me for that one, haven't you? Because you a punk for that. P-U-N-K, punk.
I never forgive you for that shit.
Oh, that was great. Okay, what he means is, if y'all didn't check on Real Talk with Dante Chase Bridges episode, this last Tuesday, when we started the Women Should Be Held Accountability episode, I had to give myself a PSA.
This bro, we coming in. Yeah, we about to get at you, women. I ain't gonna get it. We gonna get at you. This dude Steve gonna be like, yeah, we about to get at you. But listen, the following content is Dante Bridges' opinion and Dante Bridges' opinion alone. I'm just sitting there like, you little mother.
Look!
Okay.
Let me tell you something.
Okay.
Here's what happened. You know why? Because I think we just gonna have 2 women. He had about 3 to 4 women in the presence.
I had a plethora
of women. And at that moment, I said, we are outnumbered. And
and you gave up. You put the white flag.
You know what? Even though
I'm going down with the ship. I ain't scared of nobody.
Look, let me tell you something.
I'm going down to the death. I ain't scared of none of y'all.
There was a moment where I was just like, I cannot go down like this. I'm sorry. I was not prepared for this amount of women, okay?
King Kong ain't got on me.
Well, they showed it. They
ain't do nothing to me.
They went after you.
Because I was moderating. Now don't let me catch you.
Yeah, you fed me to the wolves, so
I hit you with a debate question.
Well, you fed me to the wolves, right?
But shout out to that show. I hope y'all enjoyed it, man. We're gonna be kicking some content like that next time, man. But we talking about the Scorpios.
Yes,
Let's get back on this. So we was talking about absolute power, and yes, we need absolute power. And do we need a woman that's submissive? Not necessarily, but we do need a woman that has a more stable emotional state.
Stable emotional state.
You gotta have a stable emotional state dealing with a Scorpio. That's why a Scorpio can't deal with 2 other water signs. Now, if you bros, you friends with them, cool. 2 Scorpios right here. Right. We can do it. But when you get into a relationship with a Scorpio, you're going to start to see the inner workings of that Scorpio. And you're going to realize that he will fly off the handle real quick on you if you mess with one of his boundaries.
Well, here's the thing. I also have a little bit of a rebuttal against that. Because I think that the best way for 2 Scorpios, and I guess a man and a woman, Scorpio, can interact is that they have to have boundaries set.
Oh, yeah.
There have to be a distinct boundary that's being set. There's got to be clarifications from jump. I think there has to be some truth telling.
Right.
So once you understand where the battlegrounds lie, it's so much easier for y'all to get along as long as y'all know what the story is.
Truly.
Now, there is that issue that, we are a tendency to be a little bit more emotional. And sometimes emotions could get involved.
Got a question for you.
What's up?
What are some of the emotional things, or I'm just gonna flat out ask, why we get so jealous?
Why we get so jealous?
Yes.
Because I think that we have a tendency to be a little bit more obsessive than we have to be.
Speak on it.
When we are feeling somebody, or we're to say quote unquote close to loving someone, we kind of have a tendency to be a little bit more controlling, more possessive, being obsessive. We want to have them in our space. Now, we don't want them around all the time because we're still introverts. But we like to, keep track and make sure they're okay.
Because we're possessive, but we're not clingy.
Right, we're not clingy. However,
right,
that unfortunately also means that if someone else were to invade our space, we would be very uncomfortable. Technically, if we're in a relationship with you, you are a part of our space.
Right.
We consider you a part of our space. So if someone else decides to get involved and tries to interact with the person that we're with that's getting involved and we don't know them like that, we're getting involved in our space.
Right.
And we don't like that.
It's my tree. I peed on this tree.
Yes. And in the fact that you decide that you want to get involved with the woman I'm with, I would be very, very jealous.
It's my tree.
I claim this tree.
My tree.
This is my tree of love.
Now I got another perspective about that.
What's up?
I think one of the reasons why Scorpios get jealous is because we tend to be super duper suspicious about everything. Goes in that truth seeker thing.
Right.
But sometimes it could just go kind of kick in the overdrive, and we always wondering what is somebody's real intentions. So let's say somebody come around your girl and they say, hey, she be like, hey, and they be like, how you doing? She be like, no, it's cool. And then they say, oh, nice to meet you. Wish I could see you again. In a Scorpio mind, we gotta analyze exactly what that means. So where it kind of goes wrong is, that was the 79-year-old pastor talking at your church to your girl, but for some reason you thinking that he got an ulterior motive. Now you jealous of this nigga, and this nigga just he a part of the deacon board. So that's when it can kind of spiral out of control, because what makes us great can be one of our greatest weaknesses.
Right.
So that's how I feel about that, man.
Yeah, but you know, as I said, that real obsessive part will really come back and bite you.
Oh yeah, it's gonna bite you, because you looking at it like, all right, man, I gotta get down to the truth, right?
And especially if it's somebody that's really
Gotta get down to the truth.
especially if it's somebody that's like really close to us. Like, let's say, for instance, if you are a Scorpio and you really feel like this, a Taurus sign, like you say, it's like our twin flame.
Right.
A twin flame, and you think it's working, that's what you want, and then it doesn't work out.
Right.
Now, the fact that we're so obsessive about it, we want to know why it didn't work out. What caused it? Then God forbid you don't tell us.
Why is that?
Because it will drive us insane.
Because we gotta find out the truth about every single thing. And you wanna know why we gotta find out the truth?
Why?
Because we are the only zodiac signs that's trying to transform into a higher self damn near every single month of the year.
I just shaved my head!
Why did he do that?
I shaved my head!
Because he's trying to transform into a higher self.
Into a higher self. Good God, every time I look at myself with a bald head, I just don't understand.
It's cool. You got.
It's just like, it's like a really like a culture clash.
You gotta have a lot of confidence with a bald head.
I'm confident. It's just like, it's just,
it's just my name.
It's just new.
What's my motherfucking name?
But
That's how
never
you
done
gotta
nothing
walk in
like
there,
this.
man.
I just never done anything like this. It's just like,
Well, you did now.
I know I did. It's just, man, my head is balls.
Now, like I said, man, we can be secretive, we can be obsessive, we can be jealous.
Mm-hmm.
But it's really coming from a place of what you would call, I'm about to say something I don't want to say.
Well, I'll go ahead and say it, because man, I'm hiding right here.
One of the biggest things that the the Scorpio and the Taurus deal with, because Scorpio and Taurus are on the same spectrum because they're twin flame soulmates, we deal with the feeling of, oh God, why I gotta go there? I'm in the music changing everything.
Right, everything's like, it's starting to get a little emotional.
We deal with the feeling of inadequacy, that we're not good enough. So sometimes we may be in a situation where, although the outside world is telling us you're enough, you're good, you're the best, you are great at this is you are that. It's this inner spirit, inner soul that's some like a on the side of you saying you'll never be good enough.
We're at a level of insecurity that just will bother anybody. Like, you would think we need therapy for the level of insecurity.
And that's one of the reasons why we don't like to allow people in our inner circle.
Because if you break up that inner circle or you disrupt that inner circle, you will put us all out of whack. And we don't like that.
Emotions go up high, and that's one of the reasons why we're very vengeful. Because the way that we deal with the emotions that went up high, up down, is to turn it into everlasting, I'm gonna get your ass backness.
And we ain't gonna stop until we do.
Yeah, so it's just a spectrum, but it all stems from the fact that we are super emotional about if something happens. It's just that, unlike a Cancer who might show it by burning your car, a Pisces that might show it by cussing you out, the Scorpio is gonna show it by withdrawing, but getting a plan on you. Oh, I know where you work.
The question is, Kim.
Kim is a Cancer.
Good thing we're friends with her, I said.
Good thing we're on her good side. Yes. Because somebody gonna get cussed the hell out if something go wrong.
Man,
It's probably gonna be me.
why I gotta be me?
Because I'm a Capricorn ascendant. I come off as like you can't mess with me.
And I'm the one that seems like I can't be messed
Yeah, Pisces. You're more of the personable type. So people are going to like if we were two bosses, right?
Right.
And we was co-CEOs, and we had just said it got to be 30-minute lunch. Everybody pissed off. 9 times out of 10, they gonna come to you to talk about their complaints. They ain't gonna come to me because they gonna be like, man, he look like he just gonna be like, no, you fired. Get the hell out of here. But they gonna look at you and be like, man, I might be able to reason with him. You see what I'm saying? And that's because you're a Pisces ascendant. So ascendant sign is the way you portray yourself to the outside world. I'm a Capricorn ascendant. So I come off as very reserved, stern, zero tolerance, kind of dominant, bossy in a sense, because that's the Capricorn.
Everybody want to approach me more. Sometimes I just don't want to be bothered, man.
Well, see, you need to let your Scorpio come out on them.
I need to let my Scorpio.
You gotta let your Scorpio come out on them.
Yes.
But see, that's the paradigm you're dealing with. And that's why no Scorpio is created equal. So, if you're just getting into the zodiac thing, like we said, it's a million Scorpios. Nobody's going to be the same.
Yeah.
Because we all got different combinations of our zodiac charts, people.
Right.
Okay?
We all do. And not every one of them is compatible. And you'd be surprised. Some of them may be more compatible with each other than you would think. So don't just let it. You can be compatible with any sign. Scorpios, like we just said before, Scorpios can be compatible with other Scorpios if done right. If they balance out right.
You will have to be a self-actualized person to balance out with a Scorpio. Because the reason why I say this, somebody gonna have to realize that, hey, I'm off, I'm emotional, I can get controlling, I can get domineering. If y'all both in self-denial and y'all two Scorpios, it's not gonna work. Because both y'all gonna be blaming each other for the messed up stuff y'all both doing.
Right.
That's why you need to get with your grounded signs.
Man,
Your earth signs, I'm telling you.
Yes.
I'm telling you, this Scorpio is called toxicity. It feels like it works because it feels so good. It feels, y'all want to be around each other all day long, lay up in the bed, watch movies, cuddle, kiss, all that good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But nobody is going to get up and say, all right, we got to set a plan to make some money.
Right.
We need some stability in this situation.
Because we're always living in the moment of emotion. We're always
Exactly.
living in the moment, and we don't have a goal. There's got to be some goals around it.
I'll tell you flat out, man. I know me. Now, as I got older, I tended to date Scorpios. Like when I was younger, I dated a lot of Scorpios for some reason. I dated a lot of Cancers. And what I do know is I have an emotional temperament where I can't handle somebody being emotionally combative with me. I can't handle a lot of loud talk. And what I mean by handle it, I'm ready to say, all right, now you got to leave me alone. I have like I wouldn't call it a zero tolerance. I just can't take it too much. So I need somebody with a more balanced emotional temperament.
You know, it's kind of different because I was a little bit of the opposite when I was in high school. I used to, so this is a little cheap. I used to love hood rats. Hood rats used to be like the abrasive ones, the outlandish, the loud ones, the little bit of low-key ratchet ones. They used to be my thing because I
Did
just.
you have a fetish?
Does that have a fetish?
This nigga had a fetish.
Maybe it's a fetish. But then you also realize as you got
You had a
older.
fetish for fat farm coats with the hood on them, with clear Air Force Ones, and side ponytails.
I think
That's
you
what you used to like.
I think you just ran like half of our female audience.
Yeah.
Back in the day. But yeah, you did it. But I outgrew that. And now I understand what type of women I do find attractive. I don't like women like that. I don't like it. I like a woman, like you said, with more emotional stability, who can control themselves. I like a woman who is very nurturing at times, but not too nurturing that you be like, I need you to make what you take care of.
Oh no.
I hate that. That's one thing you gotta understand. We hate women We don't hate them. We don't like them. Like, we don't like to get babied or coddled.
Whoop, gotta preface this, and I'm gonna tell you why.
Okay.
Just a tad bit. All Scorpios ain't created equal. So you might be a 7th house Scorpio with like a Cancer, like I am. I kind of like the nurturing, motherly. I want to make sure you're okay type. You might be somebody like an Aquarius in the 7th house where you just want to be left the hell alone. You're a Virgo in the 7th house, so you would not like what I like.
Yeah, I know.
We're like the complete opposite of what we are actually like as far as the females concerned. So everybody ain't created equal. But that's why you got to get to know your astrology people.
Right.
So you can stop comparing and get on that peer pressure and be who you are and get what you need.
So, have we reached the climax of this?
I think we might have reached the climax of this episode.
You know what? I would really wish, you know, it'd be really dope sometimes if we could actually get someone like to kind of like want to join on a live stream. Like right now, like, you know how Facebook does that whole live thing?
Right.
Like when they join you on their live stream, that'd be really cool sometimes. As a matter of fact, one day, maybe now, or in the next 2 or 3 minutes, or not, we don't really care.
Okay, make up your mind.
But if someone would like to join this live stream on one day we do it, we're sending an open invite to anybody who would like to join the live stream for the Brothers Podcast and they can conversate with us, talk to us. Let us know what you think.
And for the time being, if you got any type of opinion, if you want a question, if you just want to say something, go ahead. You got about 2 to 3 minutes in order to do that.
While you're doing that, I'm going to get some of this pizza this year.
All right. This nigga is taking a snack break
Snack break!
in the middle of a podcast.
That's right.
Yes, he has.
Take a break.
All right.
A little slightly packaged.
But listen, people. One thing you got to realize if you're dealing with a Scorpio, although they might be a little off as far as their emotional temperament, Scorpios are not as evil as you think they are. Scorpios are some of the most loyal people in the entire zodiac. Because when you are with when you with that Scorpio, you're with that Scorpio for life. He gonna look after you. He gonna take care of you. She gonna look after you. She gonna take care of you. If you got a problem with somebody, there is a emotional temperament that you don't even want to get into because we are going to do something to somebody that got a problem with you.
Yes. We are very protective.
And I like my family, and I would say my woman, and maybe 1 or 2 friends, but not too many friends. But just like family and my woman, it ain't no bounds to what I do to protect my house. I ain't got no boundaries. So I guess this is just a warning. Don't mess with any of my family or my woman.
Right.
Because I have no boundaries on what I would do to you. It's real. I really mean that. I scare myself sometimes. So, you want to know something that I did? I fought a pit bull because he was barking at my mother. I am crazy when it comes to protection.
Did he bite you?
I had him in a headlock.
Right.
Yeah, I put him in a sleep hold. So, this
How would
is...
your wrestling works?
Yeah. That's just it. I put him in a... I put him in a rear naked chokehold. Now, why are we talking about choking out pit bulls? What I'm trying to say to you is that Scorpio is very protective. And the reason why he might shift is because he cares about you so much, he's so emotionally invested in you, that the mere fact that you might have betrayed him would make, or her, because it ain't all about him, will make them feel like you have just taken away their heart, their soul.
Real.
And they don't know how to deal with it.
Hey, can I ask a question? Do I have any Taurus in me? 'Cause I like eating, apparently.
Nah, nigga, you just greedy. That's what the hell.
I'm greedy?
You got greediness in you.
Oh, okay.
You got a slice of pizza in you. You ain't got no Taurus in you though.
Good peaceful.
Have you been in a Taurus before? The following statements was funny as hell if you know what I'm talking about.
I think you need to hurry up. Wrap this show up.
All right, people, we are coming to the closing end.
This has been another episode of the Brothers Podcast. We just gonna give it up real quickly. Just pop.
I'm about to really be like,
Yeah, he's mad at me.
kill you.
But listen, shout out to UBM Urban Broadcast Media. Shout out to Sing Chicago. Shout out to WIAN Radio in Memphis, Tennessee. Shout out to iHeart Radio. Shout out to Spotify. Shout out to you, iTunes. Shout out to Google. Look up the brothers on Google.
Yes.
And if you're really liking the content that we're giving you, like it.
Like, subscribe.
If you're really loving it, share it. And like my bro said, go to YouTube, The Brothers Podcast. Hit that subscribe button.
Yes.
Get in tune to the movement. Also, be on the lookout for New Narrative Media.
What is that? You'll find out.
Oh, you're going to find out. You bet your sweet ass on that one.
Yes, indeed.
And with that being said, I'm Dante Chase Bridges.
And I am Stephen C.B. Watson. Thank you for joining us for another episode of the Brothers Podcast. We'll see you next week. Peace. Because damn it, it's my birthday.
All right.